4A as the Hawks get ready to take on Carlisle, as Carlisle, the number 1 seed in the land, the Wildcats, a long time tradition for Carlisle. They've been here 17 times. They've won 7. Check that. They've won 4 titles in the history of softball, as the Hawks are 14th appearance. They won that one title in 2007, but it's all about the present here today. And these two teams, as the Hawks with that 8-2 win over Independence yesterday in the first round, Carlisle with a 10-1 win over Denison Silswig, as Independence ending their season with a win earlier today, as Mackenzie Hupke, the outstanding senior, headed to Drake, pitching a no-hitter. She was 1 batter away from a perfect game. She hit a batter with 2 outs in that top of the 7th inning, but Independence went on to win 3-0. West Delaware coming in with the record of 31-10 in their 42nd game here, as Carlisle comes in with a mark of 36-3. They're first place out of the Raccoon River Conference with a 13-1 record for head coach Jim Flaws. Tiffany Ray, 5th season at West Delaware, 138 wins, 67 losses, overall 9 years, 245 and 115. Her second appearance here as a head coach, as she brought Monticello here in 2013. This West Delaware team, boy, they're loose. They're having fun. We saw that yesterday, too. That's what it takes. You can't get so tight. You can't get so nervous here. We saw maybe a little jitters, but they got rid of them right away yesterday, and that's what it takes playing at this level, at this atmosphere. It's a whole new ball game, but they got that out of the system. They're used to it now after being here. They came early on Monday, watched some games Monday afternoon, Monday evening, and then yesterday playing, and now game number 2 today, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Hawks ready to go here. If the bats stay hot, John, like they've been the last couple of weeks here, I think this is going to be a really good game. You know, Carlisle, number 1 team in the land. The Hawks still, they play in the WAMAC, which, you know, I've mentioned it many times before. This is great in my opinion, but I think it's the toughest conference top to bottom in the state. So they see good competition all the time. It's going to depend. Carlisle here with Molly Hoekstra, the fantastic pitcher that they have. You know, it's just going to depend. The Hawks can get on top again. It could be anybody's game.
Yes, indeed. As we get ready, the Hawks, the visitors, as the 4 seed, and the 6th-ranked final team, the 5 seed, I should say, was Delaware. Thank you, as number 1 seed and number 1 ranked team overall. Carlisle, as the Wildcats come in, only 3 losses on the year. You look at Ms. Hoekstra, 35 appearances, as 38 earned runs, 1.48 ERA, and she's walked 47. She has a record of 31-1. Lacey Kleitch inside the circle for the Hawks, says we're ready to go. Eve Wentworth will start things off. As a score update, if you're looking for that Northland ball game, Northland is tied with Mount Ayr. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Northland, the home team, against Mount Ayr. 1 seed Northland, Mount Ayr, the 4 seed. Eve Wentworth stands in as we are ready for this ball game. And 3:35 will be our first pitch here this afternoon from Iowa Central Diamond. And a foul ball out of play. 0-1 the count off the right hand of Hoekstra. Eve Wentworth scored once on base every time yesterday. Had 3 hits and a walk. This one taken neck high inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, going to be kind of interesting here for the Hawks, kind of time up Hoekstra that haven't had the opportunity to see her, kind of like yesterday's pitcher with Independence in the house. And so it's going to be a little bit of time. Maybe it might take a time to the lineup, kind of catch up to her. She has already thrown that changeup. It comes in at quite a bit less speed. So let's see what the Hawk hitters got for her, though.
A swing and miss there. 1-2 the count now here to Eve Wentworth. Top of the first inning. This one is hit deep to right field. Going back is Schnatthorst, the right fielder. She'll haul it in for out number 1. The fly out for the first out brings up Ella Kolak now.
Ella Kolak did it yesterday, you know, with the stick as well, John, but it wasn't from the necessary swing variety. She had a couple of bunts, was able to beat him out down the line. Looks like Carlisle did a little bit of scouting. Third baseman about 3-4 steps in front of the bag already here.
Indeed, as Kolak, the third baseman, sacrificed her first time up, had 3 infield hits that Matt was alluding to the left side, and 1 right in front of the plate. The catcher picked up and played the ball 1 there. 1-0 the count here with 1 down. Inside, Rogers Complex, Rogers Sports Complex here in Fort Dodge, the host of the girls softball tournament since 1970, the 50th year for it here at Fort Dodge, 63rd tournament overall as girls state softball started back in 1957. 1-1 the count. Here to Ella Kolbach. 1 out. In the top of inning number 1, a bunt left side. Third baseman coming on. It's going to go foul. Picked up by the third baseman in foul land for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good idea by Kolbach, that third baseman coming on, but you could see that ball trickling foul, and it went there and was touched. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count with 1 away here to Kolbach.
Yeah, even with the third baseman playing in there, Ella was able to put that bunt down. It kind of dies the way that she is able to lay the bunt out there. I think if had that stayed fair, she had a good shot at beating that one out, John.
Indeed, as she stands back in with the pitch there outside for ball 2. Or even out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. And swung on and missed. It was downstairs, swinging over the top to the little off. And Kolbach going down for the first strikeout for out number 2.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting today, John, as Carlisle. If you look at them top to bottom, they kind of rebuild a whole lot like the Hawks. They play good defense. They live on a pitcher who, maybe not the most strikeout dominated. When you talk about pitchers, like Mackenzie Hupke, as we talked about earlier, no-hitter. Neither team really has that, but they have a girl that can throw strikes, get a lot of ground balls, live off their defense. And, if you look at the records throughout the year, too, both teams, the games that they faced, the similar teams, they both won in about the same fashion, too.
Macy Kleich standing in, the third batter for the Hawks. She had a hit, 2 RBIs in that 6-run 4th inning that helped propel the Hawks 8-2 in that win yesterday as she skies this one right field, right center field, and dropping in head of the right fielder Schnothorst as she overruns it with a trio of girls there. Furl, the center fielder, in shirts there to make sure Kleich can't go to second as it bounded right down in front of the right fielder for the first hit of the game for the Hawks with 2 outs. Heather Himes will climb in the batter's box now.
Yeah, Macy she just missed hitting that ball real far, John, but actually with that little duck snore, able to get in between the outfielders and the infield. Continues the inning, able to get on first.
This one skied back and out of play. Heather Himes with a hit in that 4th inning yesterday as well. She lined out, struck out, and popped out in that game. The second baseman. All the power hitters on this team for the Hawks. She slaps this one back to the backstop for strike 2. 0-2 the count as Himes coming in with 43 hits on the season. 5 home runs, leads the team in that department. The 0-2 on the way. And it's outside and low for ball 1. On the pitcher, Hoekstra. Molly Hoekstra, one of the top pitchers in the state, the junior, the number 1 seed and number 1 ranked 4A Carlisle. There's a foul ball just to the left of that third base line, picked up by the third baseman and playing it, hoping to get the call from the home plate umpire, but he was right on top of it as Candy Pernozzle, the junior third baseman. And for this Carlisle team, only 3 seniors on the roster here for Carlisle. So a young bunch, very talented. Hoekstra, the junior pitcher. She's the leader. 1-2 the count. Here to Heather Himes, another foul ball to the backstop. The 1-2. On the way from Hoekstra. Another foul ball left side. She's down by the third baseman, Pernozzle. And Himes, good battle here. Protecting anything and spoiling any good pitch, making the pitcher work in the first inning. You got it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. She's fouled off a couple of tough balls. Hoekstra has that little kind of drop ball like Macy Kleich throws. She has a really nice changeup, and Himes doing a good job staying alive.
1-2, another foul ball up and out of play. Fire's going to run out of softball. I think he's out right now. There's a whole box waiting for him there at the table.
That's kind of the Hawks demo yesterday, too. Hit a lot of foul balls, just able to keep bats alive until they found the pitch they wanted to hit, and they drove it.
Being aggressive but selective.
Yeah.
And There's something to say to that. And there's a pitch too far outside. She let that one go. Good eye there by Himes. So the count's even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Heather Hines is still looking for something that she can drive here a little bit. Even with 2-2 count, she's doing a really good job protecting the plate. But she's got a pitch she's sitting on. You just kind of tell.
And the 2-2. Off-speed pitch. She waits back, lines it off the glove. The pitcher, Hoekstra. She gets the first safely as a shortstop. Fires the first base. And getting there safely, though, beating it out as Himes on the infield hit there as runners on first and second with 2 down. Nice play by the shortstop, Du Bois. But Heather Himes hustling that one out. Just beat it, says the first base umpire.
Yeah, wasn't sure that Heather was going to make it down the line. Du Bois with a really good job of getting that ball up off the ground and getting it out of her hand in a really big hurry there. Made it a lot closer play than I thought. So good job by Heather making it down the line in a hurry, too.
Strike 1 to Eva Wynn, the center fielder. Takes the ball downstairs. Wynn, one of the 5 sophomores on this team, 4 seniors, 3 juniors, 2 freshmen, 14 for head coach Tiffany Rave, Ashley Himes, Malia Georgian, Anna Ferguson. This ball is hit in the center field. That's going to get down ahead of Farrell. Coming in to score, Clyde. She's going to beat the tag, sliding in safely. Hawks go up 1-0 here in this top of inning number 1 with 2 outs.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we saw yesterday, John. Hawks kind of waiting to find their pitch. They're able to drive it, take advantage of base runners. Let's see if we can get something started, early again like we did yesterday here. Great job there by Eva Wynn, able to poke that ball into center field, and, also really good base running there by Macy Kleitches. The ball wasn't hit real deep into center field, but she was thinking score as soon as it came off the bat. So
calls time here for legendary head coach Jim Flaws. 1,100 wins at Carlisle alone, 178 losses and 1 tie. That's 1,118 in his career, 218 losses and 1 tie. The 17 state tournaments here with Carlisle. They've won titles in 94, 96 when they beat Anamosa, 97, you've heard of it, and 2010. There is a strike to Claire Dimmer. I was actually here. That was my first time ever here at the state tournament. Much different perspective there 23 years ago when they only had the 2 diamonds. I remember it like yesterday when I was an 8th grader to be. There is a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Claire Dimmer will get back in down 0-2. Runners on second and third now. Went on second. Himes on third. Hawks have scored 1. There's 2 down, top of the first. Running through it and the swinging strikeouts. Hawks go down, but they score a run. They take the lead first here. 1-0 in this matchup. West Delaware and Carlisle goes into Hawks State softball. KMCH Sports.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply are your dairy experts in Monticello. Best of luck to all area athletes, teams, coaching staff, and fans from Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
Put a little south in your mouth at your next event or party with Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack. You can't go wrong with any of their melt-in-your-mouth options. Their 2019 calendar is filling up fast, so book them today. 319-361-8624. Set your event above the rest with Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack. Mobile vending and catering.
Beam Bender Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes since 1972. Beam Bender Manufacturing in Coggin is proud to support all area athletes and the coaching staff.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
Cy & Charlie sells the full line of top-quality Whirlpool appliances, including Maytag and KitchenAid at competitive prices. Cy & Charlie's offer professional delivery, installation, and factory-trained service. Best of luck from Cy & Charlie's, your appliance headquarters in Independence.
Back into Iowa Central Field here at the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. As there is a strike in the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The leadoff girl, Kennedy Preston for Carlisle. The Hawks score 1 run. They go up 1-0. That's on the top of the first. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. Kennedy Preston follows this one back to the backstop. And she's running it out. Wow. She ran it all the way to first base on a foul ball that clearly hit the backstop.
Good hustle, John.
That's great hustle, but nothing like burning your energy, though, too, for running it out. Like, of course, she, I guess, lightly jogged, but
I think maybe she thought it went up into the air farther than it did. That's a drive.
Deep right field. That ball is going to bounce off the bottom of the wall as Wynn will get to it and chuck it back in, but not before. A stand-up leadoff double off the bat of Kennedy Preston, as Preston leads second on the team in hits. She's got 55 now, and Carlisle has a runner on second, nobody down. Delaney Schnothorst, the right fielder, stands in now, but first we have a courtesy runner for the catcher. And number 77, Isabel Noring, an 8th grader, gets the duties.
Yeah, you assume you're going to see Carlisle bunt here. That's kind of their motif, a little bit like the Hawks. They like to move the runners over, try to capitalize when they've got base runners. And when you got a coach with over 1,000 wins, they've been coaching a long time, so they're going to coach, like Bill Logan likes to say, the old style.
That's right, old school. That's 21 doubles now for Kennedy Preston as the leadoff girl.
I thought that was a foul ball. Went back to the backstop there. Must have hit off of Leah Wegman's glove.
A swinging strike it goes for Schnothorst. 0-1 the count. And the runner does get the third. Nora on third. 1-0 Hawks lead. We're in the bottom of the first inning. This game just 14 minutes old here from Fort Dodge. Class 4A semifinal. The loser plays at 4:45 on Thursday late afternoon. The winner plays a 4A title game at 5:45 Friday evening. There is a running bunt attempt, and coming up empty is Schnothorst for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. An update from the Kruger Seeds field. Northland with the 4 spot in the bottom of the 4th. They take the lead over Mount Air, the number 1 seed. Northland trying to get to their first ever title game and the first ever state appearance. 4-0 now, Northland over Mount Air. That game can be heard with Zarin Ingesdahl and Brian Wheatley on KMCH.com. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Running look at that one. Ooh, close, but just missed the zone, says the home plate umpire for ball 2, or even 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and if you're Macy Kleicher, that's a really good pitch. It's just on the outside corner there, a little bit too far out to get the strike call, but that's where you want to put it.
And here's a fly in the shallow center field. That'll score the first run of the game. A running hit. It's that outside corner, and she went with that pitch, drove it right into center field. And the RBI for Schnothorst. And Nora comes in to score the first run. We're knotted up at 1 just like that.
Yeah, like we said earlier, this is kind of, a little bit of Carlisle. They're not a team that's going to try to sit back and hit a lot of home runs on you. They do have 22 on the year, but at the same time, they like to just put the ball in play, kind of like the Hawks.
Hawks have 18 in the home run department, as 0-1 the count here to Olivia Dubois. The boys, the shortstop here standing in, as there's a bunt right side. Kleitz gets out of the circle, makes the play. Sacrifice there as she gets the runner to second base. Schnothorst on second with now 1 away. Good job by Kleitz. They're well prepared. They know this Carlisle team, what they like to do and the small ball that they play. And Kleitz was ready for that one as she jumped out of the circle.
Yeah, and we talked about this multiple times in the past. Macy Kleitz, one of the best just plain out fielders, let alone fielders from that pitcher's circle there. So anything around that circle, she's generally going to get the out for you.
Talk about the power on this team, showing bunt pulling back is the leading home run getter on this team, Meredith Hoffman. Hoffman, the first baseman, a junior. She has 9 dingers on the year.
She got a big frame on her, John. She looks like she's about 6'2", 6'3", so able to get those long arms extended. I'm sure she can get a lot of power behind them.
Late strike call there. Waist high in her half for strike 1. 1-1 the count with 1 down. Hoffman standing in with a runner on second base. The 1-1 on the way. It's upstairs. That one was nose high for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, this is kind of a little bit of the same Macy Kleitz we saw yesterday, trying to just kind of get the nerves down, find her zone. At this point, she's thrown some really good pitches. Carlisle's done a good job of just trying to stick their bats out and put it in play, and that's what they've done so far. So, if you're Macy, hey, still down, still tie game. We're still in this real early still, and good pitch there to the inside corner, but doesn't quite get the. Oh, she doesn't get the call.
Yeah, he's got that delayed call. Got the inner half thigh high, strike 2. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 on the way. She goes down and gets it, puts it into right field. It's going to be a foul territory. We're with the dive, but can't get there. And it'll be a foul ball. And the count remains at 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 down here, runner on second base. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Hawks scored 1 in the top half. Carlisle has answered and knotted it up. There's strike 3 on the inside corner, right at the knees. Good pitch by Macy Kleitch, and Meredith Hoffman was frozen. Thought it was too far inside, and she's rung up by the home plate umpire for out number 2.
Yeah, and that's a really good pitch against somebody as tall as Hoffman there because, again, we mentioned the long arms, getting the arms extended, but if you go inside like that, you can't get your arms extended, John. So good job by Macy Kleitch recognizing that and getting that ball just on the inside corner there. Really good pitch.
Ball outside here to Alex Lee. Lee, the left fielder, as she sends this one up and out of play. It hits on the top of the fence. Nice catch by a fan down the left field line. A good crowd on him by the orange and black. It was packed here yesterday with supporters from the Delaware County area making the trip over. Manchester, about 2 hours and 14 minutes if you go the speed limit, of course. 145 miles for Carlisle, the town of 3,876 in Warren and Polk County, southeast of Des Moines, an hour and 48 minutes. It's 111 miles away here in Fort Dodge. There's ball 2 outside, 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 down. The runner on second base at the bottom of inning number 1, 1-1 tie. And there's a foul ball back to the fence. And Alex Lee running this one out, just making sure.
Yeah, probably not. I'm sure that's obviously.
That must be a staple of Carlisle.
Yeah, it must be a little staple there.
Laws.
Don't touch first. You probably got 10 push-ups before you get back, Johnny.
That's right. Some crunches, maybe. 15. Match your number. Lee, the senior, 46 hits, a 447 batting average coming in. Left-handed batter climbs back into the box now, ready for the 2-2 pitch with 2 down. Runner on second. You're in the bottom of the first. The 2-2 on the way, and she slaps that one left side off the front of the dugout. And every time she runs down to first, and the on-deck batter comes up, gets the bat, and hands it to the batter who comes back. Every time they're touching that orange bag on a clear foul ball.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
Never seen that before.
No, and Claus, kind of went and talked to her when the count got 2-2 there. He kind of pulled her aside. You don't see that a whole lot from a coach to pull your batter away during the middle of an at-bat. And he must be seeing something that he knows that she can do. But now she's almost changed her approach after he's talked to her here, too. And she's kind of waiting back and almost trying to drive that ball into left field, it looks like.
Foul ball out of play there, 2-2. And again, she hits it on top of the dugout. She jogs down to first base. And I just noticed the runner on second now. She jogged all the way to third and will jog back. Very interesting situation of what they do here. The 2-2 on the way, and this one is in play. A little duck snorter, and they'll get down. The left fielder, and Felton overrun it. Kayla Felton, the left fielder, as that ball was coming to her, and it bounced left, took a bounce and bounced by her. As getting to second will be Alex Lee. She has the RBI hit, and the Wildcats take the lead 2-1.
Yeah, and Kayla Felton, made a good charge on that ball, and it had a ton of backspin on it, John. And as soon as it hit the ground, it went screaming straight to her right, our left there. And as soon as she tried to kind of go back to grab that with her bare hand, she fell over, and that allowed the runner to score from third, too. So tough break there for the Hawks.
Anna Schertz. Schertz, the second baseman here, standing in. She's the sixth batter this inning. Carlisle has scored 2. There's 2 down, a runner on second base. Strike 2 there. She swung through a pitch up and out. That's the Hawks and the Wildcats of Carlisle tied. We're tied. Now it's 2-1 in favor of Carlisle, the number 1 seed and 1 ranked team. There's a swing and a miss. So High Chip will get out of it. 2 strikeouts. with 3 hits, scored 2 runs for Carlisle in this bottom of the first. We go to the second. Carlisle leading now 2-1. Back after this from KMC Sports.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
Riker Shoes is your specialty shoe store. They carry women's shoes to size 13 and men's shoes to size 18. Riker Shoes is your sports shoes and equipment headquarters in Dyersville.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Nutrient Ag Solutions in Winthrop, proud to support all area athletes, coaching staff, and fans. Nutrient Ag Solutions, the largest provider of crop inputs and services.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
Along with in-studio producer Rob Edwards, John Swisher, Matt Weiss back with you from Fort Dodge. Joanna Voss stands in. She had a double in that game yesterday. She walked and scored a run in the 6-run 4th inning against Independence, an 8-2 first-round win. First win since 2014 in the tournament. Hawks in their 14th appearance. First time since 2014. Coach Kevin Chickman's final season. As the 0-2 on the way to Voss swings through it for strike 3. And the first out of this top of the 2nd inning, as 3 strikeouts, all swinging variety now for the Hawks offense. The Hawks did have 3 hits in that first inning, and they scored a run. Carlisle coming back in the bottom half of their first with 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 Hawk error, and 1 runner left on base. As Stan Demmer stands in now, she hits this one sharply right side, but the second baseman Schurz gobbles it up and tosses it to first with a 4-3 ground out. We're out number 2, and it brings up Leah Wegman now, the junior catcher, with 2 outs in the top of the 2nd inning. Wegman awaits the pitch. And it's a strike. Waist high, outside corner. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Here to Leah Wegman.
Hawks are now kind of getting in her groove. She looks like she's picked up the pace just a little bit.
But ground ball left side. Third baseman up and over for Nozzle to Hoffman, and the 5-3 ground out for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Hawks. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. 2-1 Carlisle. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Experience the difference. Experience Bank Iowa. They believe banking is more about people and less about dollars and cents. Their decisions are made locally by the people you know, your friends and neighbors. Bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your local West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination, or enjoy 2-for-1 happy hour every Monday through Thursday from 4 until 6 p.m. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Whether a door needs replaced or building a new home, let S&R Construction of Masonville take care of you. S&R Construction is the expert in home improvement projects, gutters, siding, garages, remodeling, new home construction, and more. Call Steve Petland today at 319-361-0638 for a free quote.
Back into Fort Dodge, bottom of inning number 2. A ball to Molly Hoekstra, 7-8-9 to up here for the Wildcats of Carlisle. Hoekstra, the pitcher of record for Carlisle, takes a ball from Macy Kleitz. 1-0 the count, and there's a strike. 1-1 now here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 2-1 the lead for Carlisle.
There's something I really like from Carlisle there on the top of that first inning, John, is that they did a ton of their damage with 2 strikes. And they're not afraid to put a good swing on the ball no matter what. So again, here's kind of that run out down to first and the foul ball back to the backstop. So,
and the 1 ball, 2 strikes. You mentioned a good point. It's a habit for them, but it also takes trying to take the pitcher out of the rhythm. There is why teams would do that. I've never really seen about it. You've heard about it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, you know, especially if a pitcher that likes to work fast. You know, Macy likes to work fairly fast, but I would think, again, somebody like Mackenzie Hupke we saw yesterday, she's an incredibly fast-working pitcher, which is good for her. She tries to stay in rhythm, helps throw the batters off a little bit. When you run that out down to first base, gives you a chance to breathe a little bit, think about the next pitch that's coming in, and kind of not let that pitcher get into a good rhythm. So
foul ball right side, and 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So this bottom of the second inning, 2-1 Carlisle with the advantage. And they thought they were in the bleachers. They threw it back in. They didn't want the free chicken sandwich that they get. As if you take the ball to the area collecting the foul balls here, you get a free chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. There's a ball outside for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Or you get an order of barbecue wings from Jethro's Barbecue. You get a selection there. That's 2-2. This one's hit in a center field. Wynn has a beat on it to her left a few steps. She had it played perfectly. She makes a catch, a fly out for out number 1.
You know, one thing I'm kind of interested in, too, about the running the foul ball out, not that there's anything against that, I'm kind of a little bit surprised that you always talk about pace of play. That's a big thing, obviously, Major League Baseball, maybe not high school girls softball, but it's obviously slowing the pace of the game down a little bit. So a little bit curious that the officials letting this go on, too.
But something like that, where it's I always say running it out because if it's a close ball, you're going to do the same thing. That's how you get away with it. That's why Carlisle does it. It's foul ball. It doesn't matter to them. And I see your point. There's a foul ball right side. The popper down in the foul grass there as no balls and 2 strikes here. Kennedy Pernazzo, the third baseman, standing in for Carlisle. The Hawks down 2-1. Carlisle has won 13 games in a row. The Hawks have won 8 in a row. Well, these teams will get their first loss in a while. They're swinging a miss. Nice pitch outside, just below the knees for the swinging strikeout. The second one of those, the third total strikeout off the right arm of Macy Kleitch. And the 2 outs now bring up the number 9 batter, Morgan Luz. As there's a strike on the outside corner. It's Pernazzo, swinging strikeout for round number 2. Designated player. Luz is in for a running look at that one. Ball outside, and it's even now 1-1.
Yeah, lots of this is like the second or third kind of slap hitter we've seen so far, John. And there's one right back to Macy Kleitch.
On hopper right to Macy. She fires it to Taya Dimmer for the 1-3 ground out for out number 3. We go to the third inning. 2-1 Carlisle. Back after this for KMC Sports.
Stephen Motors in Monticello, the only GM service dealer in Monticello with GM trained technicians. Good luck to all area teams during tournament action from Stephen Motors in Monticello.
Are you an athlete or physically active in your free time? Even active people can have muscle tightness and joint pain or even experience the occasional injury. Regional Medical Center physical therapy treatment and prescribed exercises can help you recover faster, reduce injury, and build strength and stability. Call RMC Therapy Services today so you can get back into action as quick as possible. 563-927-7322.
Dan Oberbrackling Concrete and Excavating in Coggan is celebrating 50 years in business. Call Dan for all of your concrete and demolition projects.
Belichick's Landing, downtown Delhi. Open 7 days a week. Friday night buffet, Saturday night prime rib, and enjoy breakfast every Sunday from 9 to noon. Belichick's proudly supports all area athletes and coaches.
Financial Strategies in Dyersville and Dave's Complete Construction in Delhi wishes everyone the best during tournament action. Good luck to all teams, players, and coaches.
And back in to Fort Dodge, a foul ball off the bat of Eve Wetterer. Here in this top of the third inning. She reached for that one and fouled it back for strike one. 0-1 the count. There's 0-1 the count. As a ball outside off the plate, and it's even now at 1-1.
It kind of back-to-back first and second innings kind of mirrored for both teams here, John. And that's what we said. The kind of difference was that Carlisle was able to get the leadoff hitter on the top or bottom of the first here. So we'd like to see if Steve can do that here for the Hawks in the top of the third.
Foul ball left side out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the third. The Hawks 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. For the Wildcats, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 1-2 from Hoekstra is fouled up and out of play. 1-2 remains the count. And there's ball 2 outside. 2-2. The count to Eve Wedewer, who flew out to the right fielder for her first time up. Here at the top of this third inning. 2-2 on the way. Outside, too far. Ball 3. Good eye by Wedewer there, laying off that one outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, good job by Eve here. Seen a lot of pitches this inning. Hawks able to see 26 different pitches from Hoekstra in the first inning, but then only 5 as they went 1, 2, 3 in the top of the second.
Northland has 2 in the bottom of the 5th. We're into the 6th inning. 6-0. Northland leads Mount Air, and there's a swing and a miss on the pitch. Lower and away as Wedewer comes up empty with a strikeout. The 4th now for the Hawks offense against the pitcher Hoekstra, as Ella Kolak stands in. She was one of those strikeout victims in the first inning. Climbs in the batter's box here with 1 down at the top of the third. Hawks trailing this ball game 2-1. Hoekstra fires this one in there, and Kolak hits it up in the air. Third baseman has room. Will catch it just before the third base Wildcat dugout. Pop out and foul ground for out number 2. Brings up Macy Kleitz now.
Yeah, really good job by Prenousel over there at third base. She's made a couple of excellent plays, cool and collected. That one over there by the foul fence, and she kind of gave it a look and knew she had some extra room, and really good job by her to haul that one in.
2 down. Macy had a hit to right field. She scored the long run of the game for the Hawks in that 1 run first inning. Strike there, 0-1 the count to Macy Kleitz. The junior back in and ready. 0-1. There's a strike in the outside corner at the knees. And she's behind. No balls and 2 strikes.
You know, we kind of talked about this here in the top of the first 2, John. I think the Hawks just need to kind of see Hoekstra here. They threw once through the lineup now, and maybe now we can try to start timing her up a little bit better and putting the ball in play. It's just one of those, she's quite a bit different pitcher than they saw yesterday. Mackenzie Hupke, who tried to overpower him. She's got a couple different pitches. She reminds you a lot of Macy Kleitz out there.
Ball downstairs and now a strike. Go above the belt there in her half. And the umpire give it to Hoekstra for the backwards K for out number 3. Go to the bottom of inning number 3. It's Carlisle 2, the Hawks 1. This is West Delaware State softball from KMC Sports.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
Hey KMCH listeners, GMB is proud to support our area athletes and help bring the sport to you. The GMB Bank team reminds you whatever your financial goals, we're here to help you reach them. Stop by our Manchester location or visit us online at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as great incentives at TaukeMotors.com. If you are looking for a new pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Back in, bottom of the third inning. John Swisher, Matt Wise with you from Rogers Sports Complex here in Fort Dodge. Day 3 of the 2019 state softball tournament. We'll have sub-state baseball for you tonight, Western Dubuque flavor, as this ball is popped up off the bat of the Wildcat batter. Heather Himes will make the catch behind the second base bag, battling that sun. Nice job by Himes, hauling that one in. Off the bat, the leadoff girl, Kennedy Preston, to the pop out for out number 1. Bill Logan will make the trip over to Farley Park tonight. Western Dubuque looking for their second trip in a row to the state tournament at Principal Park next week in Des Moines. Their 5th overall trip to state baseball as they take on Davenport Central. They'll take the air a little before 7 o'clock tonight. Western Dubuque against Davenport Central, as we'll have state softball continuing tomorrow night. Right now, it's looking like a championship game in Class 2A, 8:15 if North Lynn can hold on. As there's a running look at that one for ball 2, 2-0 the count. Here's to the batter, Delaney Schnothorst, as North Lynn leading Mount Air right now, 6-0 in the 6th inning. The Lynx would play in the Class 2A title game at 8:15 July night here in Fort Dodge. As there is a strike, outer half, Anthony's 2-1 the count here to Schnothorst, who had a RBI hit and scored the second run, that 2-run first inning for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Schnothorst, she has kind of that slap hit. Oh, almost through the bat there. She kind of has that kind of running slap hit and almost out of the box when she does so, but, you know, she did put a good pop on the bat. As we saw that last time, able to drive one out to the outfield. So, again, she did that with 2 strikes when she was up last time, John. So here she is again, 2-2 count, and Hawks got to be ready.
Indeed. As the 2-2, and she slap hit this one up the middle past the diving shortstop, Claire Dimmer. And the second hit for Schnothorst. And it brings up Olivia Du Bois.
It's almost identical at bat that she had, Schnothorst had the first time she was up, able to drive it up the middle on that, you know, kind of running slap hit, and just kind of past the diving Demmer there. So really good job by Schnothorst to get on base, and great job of being at bat there.
Ball downstairs for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Here Du Bois, who had a sacrifice bunt her first time up in that first inning. And there's a strike taken. The throw down hits her runner. Luckily saves it from going in the outfield, even though Wynn looked like she was there for the backup. As it bounced and hit the right leg of the runner. Schnothorst going into second on the stolen base there. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Speedy Schnothorst down to second base. Almost, in some ways, beat the ball, or definitely beat Heather Himes getting to there, and the ball thrown a little bit behind Heather. So Carlisle back in business here.
She leads the team with 34 stolen bases on the year. This is a foul ball. Back to the backstop. The count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner on second base and 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Carlisle with a 2-1 advantage. 36-3. Carlisle, they're 13-1, first place in that Raccoon River Conference. Here's a ground ball left side. Oh, Dimmer able to come on, but not able to ground that ball, hit off her glove, and goes in front of her. That fielder, that the runner, I should say, was crossing in front. Coach Drave is going to ask if there's any type of interference there, as a third base umpire called safe. But he's going to say, go ahead and have a word with that third base umpire, and he'll tell you what he saw as the runner. I don't know.
I thought maybe the ball hit her leg, actually. So must have, like you said, it hit Claire's glove there, but she has a really hard time to field that ball. She had to make a step over because of the runner. So I kind of agree that it's kind of a tough call for an umpire to make.
We've seen this call before. Yeah, the Hawks have had this call on them in a regional final game up in Waverly a few years back that ended up lost that game that year, as Coach Rave's still having a conversation with the third base umpire. The home plate umpire now coming and joining, and third base umpire is not going to change his mind, I don't think. Well, he is going to bring in the first base umpire. Yeah, the home plate umpire going to confer here.
He kind of, threw his hands up there as Coach Rave was talking to him, and he kind of shook his head, and he made the comment, I don't know, I didn't see it. So, and I think that's kind of one of those where you say, I don't see it, or I wasn't looking at it.
Real quick discussion there, and he signals safe as Schnothorst gets the third. As the infield hit by Du Bois. Du Bois And the second hit of the inning, the fifth of the game.
Well, I think you got to give that as an error. That's an error. Yeah, they counted that as an error up top there. That's an error on Claire Demery.
That's what I was.
Sorry about that.
That's what I was thinking.
I didn't have it in here yet.
I just wanted to check on that as didn't know what the ground ball is. The boys almost there anyway, but it did hit off her glove despite the runner being a distraction. 0-1 the count. Here to Meredith Hoffman. Runners on. First and third. Hawks try to avoid Carlisle getting any more runs here. Showing front, pulled back as the runner goes.
Well, now you got to be, if you're Macy Kleitcher, even though you've got Hoffman down 0-2, you've got to be really careful as she's the Carlisle leading hitter here in home runs and also in RBIs. So
there's a ball outside. The ball on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on, second and third, 1 away. Here in the last of the third inning. Carlisle with the advantage, 2-1. As the ball is fouled right in front of us here off the fence. 1 ball and 2 strikes. All the runners doing their routine step on the bag in front of them. On deck batter gets the bat, hands it to Hoffman. Leading home run getter on this team with 9 of them. She struck out looking her first time up in that first. Hawks need a big out here against the 4th batters. 2 runners on and 1 down, and now time is called. And Coach Claus taking offensive conference and having a word with this power hitter here with a big situation for Carlisle to improve their advantage here.
Yeah, I think that's just another one of those, I'll be honest with you, boys, kind of a gamesmanship, if you will, by Coach Claus. Slow the game down a little bit, now let Macy get into a rhythm, and throws on a little bit high there. So far, it's kind of worked out for him.
Upstairs there for a ball, and we're even 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 down. Others on second and third. Hoffman ready for the pitch from Kleitz. It's outside and low for ball 3, and we're full 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And Macy Kleitz here, just deep breath here, Macy. This is going to be a big out, but let's go right after her here.
And the 3-2 all the way, and this is ripped into left field. Left center field, going to bounce all the way to the wall. Wildcats will score 2. It's bobbled by Wynn. She'll get it in, but big hit by Meredith Hoffman. And she puts 2 runs on, the 2 RBI. 1 out double, and Carlisle leads 4-1.
Again, 2 strike hitting there by Carlisle. They're not up there to just kind of put her in play today, John. They're trying to put a good swing on the ball, and they've done so. And again, like we said, the slowing the game down, it's worked in their favor. Macy hasn't been able to get into a good rhythm and kind of caught too much at the plate there on the full count, and Hoffman made her pay.
Pinch runner out there. Is that 18?
Yeah, it looks that way, yeah.
Number 18, the courtesy runner, pinch runner, I should say, is... Oh, that's not right. Alex...
81.
80 Kinney. A freshman, some very creative numbers.
8th grader, it looks like.
8th grader, yes. I looked at the wrong column there. The 8th grader Kinney at second base doing the running duties. Oh, and 1 the count. There is a ball that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 down here in this bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-1 Carlisle. There's a strike in the outside corner to Athens. They're in the 7th inning. Northland is moments away from clinching a berth into the Class 2A title game. They lead Mount Air 8-0. Here's a ground ball left side. Diving stop by Dimmer. She gets and throws it to third. It was not a force, so I would have had a tag, but getting there as Kolak could not get a handle on that ball is Kinney, the bench runner, and Lee will be on first base.
And that's one of those balls that's hit quite a ways to Claire Demmer's right. She did a good job, honestly, just stopping that ball, John. Not a whole lot that she could do to get the out there anyway. And Coach Ray's going to call time, kind of talk to the girls. Hey, girls, we got to settle down here. We've got given up 6 hits already, and we got to do a little bit better job from the pitcher circle here. We need to do a little bit better job of, making sound plays out here to get us out of this inning. We need to get back to our strength, which is the plate.
Well, with 1 out, runners on first and third here. 6th batter of the inning, Hannah Schurz will stand in We've had a pop out, a hit, an error, a hit, and a hit so far for Carlisle here in the bottom of the third. They lead this game 4-1. Schertz struck out swinging here last time up in the first inning. The meeting is adjourned inside the circle. The Hawks are ready for defense here.
Comes the 422 plane in for landing.
I knew something creative was going. Thing I don't have that copyrighted. Ball 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes, one out. Runners on, second and third. Here in the bottom of the third inning. 1-0. There's a bunt, and the runner coming too far. Wegman going to throw it, and she throws it wide. Dimmer does catch it, but not able to tag Kenny, sliding back in first into third. Carlisle lucks out there. As Wegman did a nice job of running her back, but when she threw it on the second base side of third, and no chance, as Dimmer was the one covering, right?
Yeah, Dimmer was the one covering, and almost held on to it almost too long. I think she was worried that if she let go of it too soon, she was just going to take off to home, but kind of held on to it just a little bit too long, and then kind of made a little bit errant throw that had to out of break for Carlisle. Those were kind of plays that the Hawks got to, you're in the state title here, excuse me, not state title, but in the state tournament here, John, in the semifinal game. Those are the plays that the Hawks have to make if they're going to try to come out of this game on top.
Ball 2-1 the count. Upstairs, above helmet high for ball 3. 3-1 the count, one down. Runners on, second and third. 4-1, Hawks trail. They're on the bottom of the third inning. And Schertz back in. And ready, the 3-1 showing bunt. She does bunt it, but foul. As a foul ball. As it bounds off the chin protector of Wegman to the backstop and right in front of us. And the count's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now, I'll be honest with you, John, I would not be surprised to see her kind of square around to maybe not necessarily bunt, but just do something to put this in play here with runners on second and third and only one out because they really want to score.
Balls get up in the air, out of play. Count remains 3-2.
Yeah, at this point, it's 4-1. It's 3 runs, not a huge lead, but all of a sudden you put one in play, Hawks throw it away, and they score 2 more, and it's 6-1. That's a big deficit for the Hawks to gamble. So I would not be surprised here, John. Well, let's see what she does. Maybe she'll swing away, but I wouldn't be surprised for her to just try to put the bat out, get it somewhere in play here.
3-2 pitch on the way again. She swings and misses on a pitch out away. Might have been on that corner. Schertz goes down, the swinging strikeout for out number 2. That brings up Molly Hoekstra now.
Hoekstra with a pretty good poke on the bat, poking the ball last time out to center field. So
there's a ball low outside as she flew out to Wynn, as Wynn was able to track that ball down her last time up to lead off the second inning. She stands in here, the 7th batter of this inning, as there's a ground ball left side bobbing by Kolak. She's going to get it, fires the Dimmer at first, and the Hawks get out of it. They allow 2 runs. They trail by 3. 4-1, Carlisle. To the 4th we go. Back after this from KMC Sports.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Craving authentic Mexican food? Then hurry down to Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in Manchester today. Enjoy the best margarita around with an order of fresh guacamole or cheese queso and chips. Rio Blanco features daily specials, an extensive menu with many authentic dishes to choose from, and a kids menu too. There's something for everyone at Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in Manchester.
Every good athlete recognizes the value of having a great coach. If you're buying or selling a home, make sure you team up with an experienced realtor to coach you through the process. I service the entire KMCH listening area. My office is located in Manchester, across from the hospital. Contact me, Teresa Turnus, from Keller Williams Realty for all your real estate needs.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Back here to Fort Dodge. Hard grounder right back at the edge of the circle. Hoekstra fires the first off the bat of Heather Heim. She's retired for the first out here in the top of the fourth inning. As the Hawks have 2 hits, nothing since that first inning. Check that, 3 hits, nothing since that first inning when they scored 1 run. Ziva Wynn has one of those hits. She got a hit to center field in that first inning. 3 hits in a row by Kleitz, Himes, and Wynn. As I said, nothing since, as there's a ball and now a strike. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. 4-1 Carlisle leads this ball game. Since that first inning, 8 retired in a row by the junior pitcher for Carlisle, Hoekstra. A swing and a miss. First strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Hoekstra doing a really good job getting on top of the Hawk batter so far. She had a nice little spin on the ball. We talk about that a lot in softball pitching. And
there's a hard hit. Backhand, it's stopped by DeBose. And nice play. Wow. You talked about on the corners defensively. That was a nice play by the shortstop, DeBose. And she is one of the seniors here for this team.
Yeah, we talked about DeBose kind of walking in earlier into the dugout next to Hoffman, and Hoffman about 6'2", 6'3" out there. And DeBose only about maybe 5 foot nothing out there, but her the size don't let her fool you. She made a great backhanded stop there, and good arm too to get it across the field.
Boys, one of 7 different Du Bois girls to play for Coach Flaws in the Carlisle history of softball. There's a fly ball right center field, and center fielder Farrell camps under it and makes the catch. Fly out for out number 3. The bottom of inning number 4 we go. 4-1 still Carlisle. Back after this from KMC Sports.
No one can win a game by themselves. At F&M Bank, our team works together to achieve the ultimate goal, exceeding client expectations. F&M Bank is a proud supporter of all local sports teams. F&M Bank, the right choice in Manchester, Cedar Rapids, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC.
Just like you take pride in your vehicle, we take pride in the service work we provide. This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repairs, we'll take care of your car and get it back on the road. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is our complete focus.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Manchester, I'm looking out for what matters to you. Even when nothing's wrong, this is Tad Mormon, agent. Call me at 563-927-3586, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance, Tad Mormon Agent, 106 East Main Street, Manchester.
Back into Fort Dodge. 2019 State Softball Tournament Day 3. West Delaware in the semifinal game, Class 4A, taking on Carlisle. They trail the Wildcats 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fly ball to center field, caught by Eva Wynn. Kenny Pradazzo retired for out number 1. It brings up Morgan Los now as the designated player. Los grounded out to the pitcher. Her first time up in the 2nd inning. Takes ball 2 there. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runs in the first, 2 more in the 3rd for Carlisle after the Hawks scored 1 to take the lead early on in the top of the 1st inning. A strike call there. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Obviously, Carlisle here with a 4-1 lead, 3-run lead here for them. But, outside of a couple of hits here or there and a couple of plays that don't go the Hawks' way, the game's a lot closer than the score shows right now, even though it's, only 3 runs, which isn't a huge deficit. But this game could easily still be 1-1 at this point.
There's a strike after a ball, and the count's full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 on the way. And there's a slap hit, right side, ground ball. Denver falls. She's not going to get there. Oh, she had the ball, but slipped. Lost her balance. She was trying to get up and go to the bag, and hustling it out was close, and she gets there. And the one out infield hit.
How many plays in the last couple of weeks have gone the Hawks' way, John? So you think about it, especially yesterday and just today now, that's probably the third 50-50 ball, as you sometimes call them, that just hasn't gone the Hawks' way. Had a chance for an out there, and Taya Demmer just kind of slipped in the footing, came out from underneath of her there, and not quite able to go over to first in time.
Strike 1 there. Shown bunt, pulled back by Kennedy Preston, the leadoff girl.
Did we give her a hit there?
Ooh. Yeah. Infield hit number 7 for Carlisle. There's a strike in her half, throw her down, bounces into center field past Himes, but
they called her out.
What happened there?
I am not completely sure. Got in the way of the... I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. Coach Flaws is kind of looking over there in the...
I have no idea why they called her out. Left too early?
Maybe.
That could be the only thing, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No explanation here. Not, no. Coach Flaws over there in third base second. He's kind of... He doesn't look happy, but...
Hear the umpire, make a scene, call time, nothing. So it's just, she's out.
Yeah, like I said, he's kind of not happy about the call, you can tell, but he hasn't argued it at all, so...
1-1 the count. Now with 2 down. Try to get an explanation on that one between innings, as there's a ball upstairs, 2-1 the count. Now ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4. No. Now ball 3. I guess the scoreboard was wrong. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Preston. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now there's ball 4.
John, it hasn't seemed like Macy has just gotten comfortable yet today. She just, she'll throw a couple of good pitches, and then it seems like she's got a few pitches here or there that are off a little bit. Now Coach Flaws heading down. He looks like he's going to argue the previous call.
What's he going to do here? No, he's talking. He's calling time. As he gets to, time was already called because they have a courtesy runner. Now the third base coach, Coach Flaws, was talking to the runner. Now he's talking to that first base umpire. They just want an explanation, I guess, on that previous call.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's probably, he's got another runner on here, wants to get his point across, which looks like he did real briefly here. And, if as a Hawks fan, you kind of want to see the same call get made again now.
Yeah. As Snothorse stands in, the ball down in the dirt, the runner goes. She's going to be thrown out. Whitman, 2 times on the caught stealing. The 2-4, it goes for out number 3. And the Hawks get out of it there and go to the 5th inning. Now runners are, now the umpire is conferring with the first umpire, but they don't do anything here. There's a little stop there as all the Hawks look back to see what's going on here, and that will be the end of the 4th inning.
So the ball, what happened there, John, was the ball hit off the top of Leah Wegman's glove, and I thought that ball was headed back to the backstop. Well, it hit the umpire and went straight down. Leah turned, picked it up right below her, and threw her out.
He's in play.
Yeah, it's in play. So I'm not sure what he's arguing about that, but that's kind of what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're checking on, though. We go to the 5th. 4-1 Carlisle. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Tonight's a great time to try the new stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Ranch. Have one delivered while you're listening to the game, grab one for carryout, or enjoy the Pizza Ranch buffet. Then satisfy your sweet tooth with some chocolate cactus bread. Pizza Ranch in Manchester, Independence, and Owine.
Call Bi-County Disposal Incorporated for all your residential and commercial construction disposal needs. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaching staffs from Bi-County Disposal Incorporated in Dyersville, serving Dubuque and Delaware counties.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Financial Strategies in Dyersville and Dave's Complete Construction in Delhi wishes everyone the best during tournament action. Good luck to all teams, players, and coaches.
Back in, here's a slow dribbler left side. Third baseman Pronazzo jumps on it and retires Joanna Voss on the ground out to the third baseman for out. Number 1, Ted Dimmer now will stand in. As Dimmer grounded out to the second baseman her last time in that second inning. Strike there for strike one, all on the count with one down here at the top of the fifth inning. Hawks trail 4-1 in this Class 4A semifinal contest.
If you're the Hawks here, John, you need to try to find,
a little liner right back edge of the circle caught by Hoekstra, the pitcher, for out number 2, brings up Leo Wegman now.
I was going to say, if you're the Hawks here, you got to do anything you can to get one of these first two batsmen here on and try to get at least a run here, cut this down to 2 runs here before the inning's over. As we're into the fifth, only a couple more chances after this. So Hawks definitely need a run here this inning.
A Walls, 1 strike. 2 outs, Wegman. Number 9 batter, third hitter this inning. The 0-1 swung on and missed. And it's 0-2 to Wegman. Rounded out the third baseman her first time up in the second inning. Hoekstra not allowed a hit since the first inning. And there's strike 3. Wegman do it. On the outside corner, Anthony's a looking K for out number 3. Go to the bottom of the fifth, still 4-1. Carlisle back after this from KMC Sports.
Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
Dan Oberbreckling Concrete and Excavating in Coggin is celebrating 50 years in business. Call Dan for all of your concrete and demolition projects.
Hello, this is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence. We are proud to support local school programs. So if you are looking for a new Chevy, Buick, or certified used car or truck, or just want to stop and say hi, stop in. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence.
The staff at Bonecamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Manchester and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Homes in Earlville are proud to support all area athletes and coaches. Go teams!
Clayton Drug supports all the area athletes and coaches on a successful season. Stop in and visit with one of their pharmacists today and be sure to check out their large selection of home decor and gift items. Clayton Drug in Strawberry Point, a local pharmacy you can trust.
John and Matt back with you from Fort Dodge. We're at the bottom of the fifth inning, 4-1 in favor of the Wildcats of Carlisle, the number 1 seed and 1-ranked team in 4A. Here's a quick hopper right side. Himes, nice play. Got it and flipped it to first in a hurry as the speedy Schnothorst speeding down the line, and she is retired on the 4-3 ground out for out number 1 to start this last of the fifth inning with a 3-run lead for Carlisle. Great news from the Diamond number 1 here as Northland 8-1 victors as they get the win and move to the championship contest in 2A. We'll have it for you right here live tomorrow night at 8:15. Here's a fly ball, right field. Delaware camps under it and puts it away. The fly out to the right fielder for out number 2. And it brings up Meredith Hoffman now, who is 1 for 2. A double her last time up in the 2-run third inning. She struck out looking back in the 2-run first inning.
This is just what the Hawks called for here so far. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Need a 1-2-3 inning.
We're kind of in the middle of a Donnybrook here, they call it, Johnny. I don't know if they call it Nanamasa, but that's what Roger Reed, he calls her Donnybrook.
Never heard of that town, so I don't think they call it that there.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Not sure there's any town named that. There's a foul ball to the back fence, and Meredith Hoffman will drop back to the batter's box. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in this bottom of the 5th inning, an old barn burner.
Roger likes to call it Donnybrook. I've been listening to Roger call out of wrestling here since I've been at West Delaware, and
you've never heard me call it barn burner.
Well,
for listening. Well, thank you. 1 ball there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Meredith Hoffman. And there's ball 2 outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Hawks only 1 run so far in this game. It came in the 1st inning. And the 2-2 on the way. It's inside off the plate. Just the hair inside is ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That was the strikeout pitch there that she had to Hoffman in the 1st inning, and just not able to get that call. Hoffman out with just over top of a, kind of arm outstretched there by Heather Himes over second base. Nice little job hitting again with 2 strikes, John, by these Carlisle hitters.
In the right field by Hoffman. The 2-out hit brings up Alex Lee now. Ball 1 there. 1 ball, no strikes. Here with 2 down. In the bottom of the 5th. Shown bunt, pulled back, taken for a strike, and we're even 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kind of interesting here. These Carlisle hitters, they haven't been afraid to square around with 2 outs. They haven't been afraid to square around with 2 strikes, and there's going to be another little
duck snorter in a shallow center. Wynn gets in a hurry, but out before Hoffman gets the second. Lee to first on the second hit of the inning. The 9th of the ball game here for Carlisle. And Anna Schurz stands in now. She's over 2. Need to get it out here and get out of it. Get on to the 6th inning as Schurz has struck out 2 times so far, swinging variety in the 1st and 3rd innings. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 away. Bottom of the 5th, showing bunt, taking first strike, outer half, thigh high. Strike 1, no balls. And 1 strike to Hannah Schurz.
I kind of think that, as we've seen this from a lot of the Carlisle hitters, it almost looks like they're squaring around the bunt, but I think they're just taking a strike. They're making Macy throw the ball to her because they've all, great play.
And getting not in time at second base. They were trying to flip it there and not in time.
Again, on a little 50-50 balls, Claire makes a great diving stop just out of the, just getting it late to Heather Himes. They're covering up second base, and I feel like the Hawks fans didn't agree with the call, but I feel like she was in there in time. Just seemed like as soon as Claire got to the ground, she wasn't able to pull that ball out of her glove. Again, there's a square around a bunt. She pulls the ball back, takes the strike. So Carlisle just trying to make the Hawks stay on their feet, but they're just taking to a strike here, Johnny.
For strike 1 there to Molly Hoekstra. She's 0 for 2, flying out and grounded out, swinging a miss there. For strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes here with 2 away in this 5th inning. Carlisle looking to add to their lead. 4-1 advantage right now. They've got 10 hits in this ball game. Ball downstairs here for ball 1, 1 ball, and 2 strikes.
Good pitch there by Macy Kleitch, not giving her anything to try to get a bat on here, because anything to the outfield's probably going to score 2. And
there's a grounder right side. Himes will get it and just tag out the runner. Good job by Himes getting the runner for sure on the tag out there, cutting down Schurz. And that will end the inning. So no runs for Carlisle. We'll go to 6, 4-1. Wildcats have the advantage right now. We're back at this from KMC Sports.
For the best selection of Chevy, Buick, and GMCs in the area, see Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester. We offer straightforward pricing and carry a low overhead, so we can pass those savings on to you. We also take care of you after the sale and offer a state-of-the-art service department with ASE trained technicians. For a full list of our inventory, visit us on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
Delhi Insurance Agency is dedicated to Delhi and the surrounding area, and they thank you for choosing them for your insurance needs. See your insurance experts, Christy, Larry, or Sue, at the Delhi Insurance Agency.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pete Small Engine Repair are proud to support all the area athletes and coaching staff. For all your small engine purchases, repairs, and rebuilds, call the small engine experts, Pete Small Engine Repair. Good luck. Go teams.
And we're back into Fort Dodge, a foul ball by Delaware. As we start the sixth inning, he was 0 for 2. A fly out and a strikeout swinging. Just 2 hits so far in this game. 3 hits, I should say, so far in this game. They all came in that first inning. Yeah, as no runners since that first inning. 13 retired in a row by Hoekstra. There's a ball upstairs. It stayed up for ball 1. We're even 1-1. The Hawks need anything right now. Base runners, just get on, put some pressure on this defense who has been very solid to this point.
Yeah, it's the third time through the lineup. We kind of talked about it. Might take a couple times through the lineup here to kind of catch on.
There's a fly ball, left side, center fielder drifting over, and she'll make the catch in left center field. She calls off her left fielder at the last second. Letterwer, a fly out to Furl, and that's out number 1. Now, Kolak will stand in now. She's 0 for 2. A strikeout swinging and a pop out to third, her last time in the box.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those times you don't want to see the Hawk bats get cold, but the Hawks have done a really good job of mixing up pitches and keeping the Hawk batters off guard. And, you know, obviously give the credit to her as the Hawks went with 3 hits today. But now's the time, John. If the Hawks want to get back into this game, they've got to get 1, probably 2 this inning.
There's a lot of pressure. They have to get all 3 in that 7th inning. They're down to their final 5 outs. There's a bunt right side and trying to get on. Here's Kolak, and she will. Safe is the call. Kolak with the infield hit. And the 4th hit now. Kolak with her first of the game. And it brings up Macy Kleitsch. 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Carlisle, the advantage, 4-1. The number 1 team in 4A, the number 1 seed. The Hawks, number 6 in the rankings, number 5 the seed. Once again, congratulations to the 1 seed and 1 ranked team in Class 2A Northland getting to the title game. They beat Mount Air moments ago, 8-1. We'll have it for you tomorrow night around 8:15. Class 2A title game, first ever appearance for the Lynx, and they get to a championship game after 2 wins here this week. 1-1 the count now here to Macy Kleitsch. 1 down, runner on first. So 1-1 is ground ball, left side backhand. It's stopped and bobbled, and everybody's going to be safe. Here, this defense starts to show a little humanity here, as they only have 24 errors coming in on the season, and the error by the shortstop. Runners will be on first and second, 1 away.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this earlier, those 50-50 balls. It just hadn't, a lot of that stuff hadn't really gone the Hawks' way today. And now we've seen 2 plays already this inning that are opposite, and they have gone the Hawks' way. So let's see if we can capitalize here. Got a good hitter in Heather Himes up to bat. See if she can poke one to the outfield, move the runners around, and try to get one here.
So brings up Himes, who is 1 for 2. Infield hitter first time. She grounded out back to the pitcher in the 4th. 1 out. Runners first and second. She takes this one helmet high upstairs for ball 1. It's 1-0 the count. East Marshall and Alta Arroyo are playing in that game at Kruger Shields. The 5 o'clock matchup. The winner of that one will take on Northland tomorrow night. There's a ball up and out for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Kolak on second. Kleitsch on first. Big spot in this ball game for the Hawks. Just getting some rosin on that right hand is Hoekstra. She throws it down the back of the circle. She's ready for the 2-0 pitch. It's on the way, and this ball is skied. It's going to be, this ball is going to drop in the shallow center field. but had to hesitate was Kolak. She's going to be thrown out at third. Good heads-up play by Furl, the center fielder, just gunning it to third, and Kolak will be retired as runners will be on first and second. That ball just continued to drift. The shortstop looked like she had it at first, and then it kept on going. Furl couldn't get there in time, but they get the out at third. There are two down, runners on first and second. Eva Wynn steps in. She's 1 for 2. It hits the center first time up. She grounds this one left-sided. It's bobbled by the third baseman. It gets by the shortstop. Staying put is going to be Macy Kleitz. The bases are loaded with Claire Dimmer in a huge spot standing in.
Yeah, geez, we gave a ton of credit here to the Carlisle infield, and especially Du Bois there at shortstop, and their second error here already of this inning. Looks like
third baseman.
Oh, that was a...
Yeah, that was.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
But yeah, your point. There are two errors now. Only 26 on the season.
Coach Claus for timeout.
Timeout. Defensive timeout. The Hawks will take it as all the batters, Coach Himes, Coach Rave, meeting down the third base line. As they didn't put that other out on the scoreboard, there are two outs.
Yes, there are two outs. We had the fly out from Eve Whatever to start, and then we got that that ball that got kind of lost in the sun, drifted a little bit there. So, yep, they're official. They're making the call up. There it is up on the board now. Coach Claus again trying to stop momentum. He sees, hey, there's a little bit of momentum. Just shifted over to Westville where I need to call time, get out here.
Settle down.
They've kind of done that on both sides of the field now. And
now Claire Dimmer, big spot. Two outs. Bases loaded. She's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a flyout. Trying to change that right here. And she wallops this ball to right center field. That'll get at least 2 runs in. Come on, 2. And the runner coming around third will score. This game is tied. The Hawks have tied it up at 4. Going to third is Clark. What a hit by the senior. We're not in at 4 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Huge spot by the senior Claire Demmer. She absolutely tattoos that ball into the right center gap all the way back to the fence. And the best part about it was we had a really good lead there by Eva Wynn. Eva Wynn there on first base. She was almost halfway there.
She's there. That's great.
Yeah, she was almost halfway to second base by the time the ball even landed. So she makes it in easily as well. Huge spot.
3 RBI doubles. She goes to third on the throw as Claire Dimmer ties this game up. Hawks looking for that offensive spark. 3 hits in this inning and 2 errors have helped for this top of the 6th. We're not in at 4. Joanna Voss stands in. As looking for more here. That leading run on third, Claire Dimmer. Voss takes the ball upstairs after a strike. We're even at 1-1. What a spark there with 2 outs, and the senior Dimmer delivers.
Yeah, Hawk crowd is absolutely back into this game. They were kind of down, and
the ball got away from the catcher. Dimmer going to come in. She's going to score. Sliding in. Hawks lead 5-4. That hit the glove of the catcher. Got away. I'm going to get that a fast ball. As Dimmer coming in to score the 4th run this inning. The Hawks have taken the 5-4 lead, and Carlisle is a little stunned.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I think everybody in the crowd is stunned right now. Holy smoke.
For the Hawks to do it like this in the 6th inning, and we said we needed a few runs, but boy, they've got them all back now, and they have one in their pocket as they are up by 1 here, 5-4 now. Another ball inside off the plate to Voss. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Top of the 6th inning, a 1-run advantage for the Hawks. As Voss pops this one up left side, the shortstop will catch it, and that will end the inning. But the Hawks score 4 times, take a 5-4 lead. To the last of the 6th we go. Hawks softball from KMCH Sports.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply are your dairy experts in Monticello. Best of luck to all area athletes, teams, coaching staff, and fans from Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance. We service most major brands of appliances, and we are Manchester's exclusive KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Stop in and see us today in the Big Blue Building on West Main in Manchester, or call 563-927-3200.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404 for more information. Your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber. Big town quality with small town service.
Beam Bender Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes since 1972. Beam Bender Manufacturing in Coggan is proud to support all area athletes and the coaching staff.
Back in at Fort Dodge, West Delaware scoring 4 times in that 6th inning. They take the 5-4 lead. 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 Carlisle errors. They hadn't had an error all game. No runners left on base.
Yeah, and if
That's
you're
the Hawks with the 1-run lead.
sorry there, Johnny. Yeah, if you're Macy Kleitsch here, you've got to be thinking, hey, I'm 8-9-1 here. I've got the bottom of the lineup. I've got to get 2 outs here to, before they get back to the top and get to their real moneymaker. So,
The 8th batter, Pranazzo standing in. A strike there after 2 balls. 2-1 the count here to Kennedy Pranazzo. She flew out to center last time to win in the 4th. She struck out swinging back in the 2nd. The 2-1 is taken for a strike right at the knees for strike 2. And Coach Claus showing his dismay to the home plate umpire. And the home plate umpire having a word with the catcher. He is ignoring Coach Claus. As Floss came out of the box a little bit, just staring at the home plate umpire. And the home plate umpire didn't even, I don't know if he saw it or he's just ignoring it.
and he gives the 3-1 signal to him here, too. I don't think the umpire, I'm saying he was giving him the signal there. That should have been ball 4.
I see what you're saying. There's ball 3, and there's a line drive into left field. It's just played by Felton, and she'll get around first, going to second on the single and the error by Pranazzo. Runner on second. There's your tying run here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, big spot there, Pranazzo, to come up with the, again, full count double. And now Coach Flaw is going to get looks like maybe a pinch runner here.
It has to be a pinch runner if he's getting a runner for Pranazzo. She's the 3rd baseman. And it will be, let's see what number they pull out of the hat this
27.
time. 27, a normal number. Number 27.
It's like Regan Rolling.
Reagan Rolling, the 8th grader, standing in there at second base. So runner on second. And the designated player standing in as Morgan Lose takes a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Strike 1. Tolak all the way. Very close to the plate there. Playing for the bunt here from Los, the number 9 hitter. Got an infield hitter last time up. She's going to show bunt. Pulls back. Takes it up high for a ball. 3 even 1-1. Nobody out. Runner on second. Bottom of the 6th. The Hawks have a 1-run lead. 5-4 in this Class 4A semifinal. The winner moves on to the title game Friday evening at 5:45. The loser in the cancellation game, 3rd place game. There's a ball fouled by Wegman. Gets fire. And going into 3rd is Reagan Rolling. The runner on 3rd. Count is 2-1.
Yeah, now's the time to dig deep if you're the Hawks. Good job by Carlisle, kind of manufacturing an opportunity to get their runner all the way over, no outs at 3rd base now. So they got the tying run real close here. Let's see if what Macy Kleitsch has up her sleeve, though.
And a strike taken there. Raven, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You got to assume that somewhere along the line here, John, they're going to try to squeeze her in. I would assume not here with 2 strikes, number 9 batter up, but
yeah, you'd think they'd wait top of the order. And there's look, that's strike 3. You betcha. Strike 3, a looking strikeout there for out number 1, and brings up the top of the order here in Kennedy Preston. She walked her last time, popped out to Himes in the 3rd, and a hit and scored. Back to first run in inning number 1. As Carlisle out hitting the Hawks. 11 hits, 4 runs, and 2 errors. The Hawks have 5 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors. Sean bunt, pulled back. Wegman looks to 3rd as the runner rolling, retreating back. Taking for a ball outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count here to Preston. Runner on 3rd, 1 away.
And she's squaring around here to bunt, John, but I going to pull it aside. She's going to pull it back here because they've been doing that quite a bit already.
Takes a strike there. Inside corner, just above the knees for strike 1. We're even. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now you got an opportunity here with, you got a really good at bat here with Preston. If they're going to squeeze this, now would be the time, I have a feeling.
And there's a ball outside, too far for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Blackman asking home plate umpire something, and where that one was, just off the plate, I'm guessing his answer was. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Preston. The 2-1 from Kleitz on the way. It's a grounder left side. Going to be a foul ball picked by Kolak down the third base line, right in front of the bag. Right in front of Coach Flaws, who ducked out of the way and from his position inside the upper right corner of that third base coaching box. And the count's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. The tying run on third base in the form of Reagan Rolling, the pinch runner. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-2 from Kleitz on the way. It's lifted in the air right side. Going back is Heim. She's going to make the catch in shallow right field for the second out.
Really good job there by Heather. After she makes that play, kind of checks the runner at third. Instead of throwing it in and throwing it away, she just kind of runs the ball back into the infield. Huge out there if you're Macy Kleitz in the pitcher's circle right now. With Carlisle now with 2 outs. Again, they're in a spot here. They do have another at bat after this in the 7th, but if you're Coach Flaws, you got to be thinking, hey, we need to get this going. I'd really like to go to the 7th with a tie game.
I'd be ready for the squeeze.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially the speed of Schneider here.
And she's already laid one down today.
You usually don't see it with 2 outs, but a slap pitch, she gets in and do that right up the middle. This game is tied. A bouncing ball in the center field. Wind will get it in, but a RBI. She just makes it look so easy. That's her 3rd time on base. She scored the first 2 times. A 2-out single on a slap hit right up the middle. This game is knotted up at 5.
I tell you what, Schneider is possibly, she kind of reminds you of Ichiro out there. She kind of takes a couple of steps.
Good analogy.
The bat out there, and none of the balls that she's hit today have been hit overly hard, but they've been just right up the middle.
Perfectly placed.
Absolutely. I mean, they couldn't be any more over top of the second base bag there than you couldn't throw it there any better.
And there's a strike. Taken in her half. The boys light out her last 9 of the 5th. This one is skied up right side on a play. And the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Olivia Du Bois. Runner on first base. 2 out, 1 in here for Carlisle in this bottom of the 6th inning. This game is knotted up at 5. The 5th seed, Hawks, and the 1 seed, Carlisle. That's strike 3. That's an out, folks. That's 3 outs. And Wegman throwing it after the swinging strikeout by Du Bois. And we go to the 7th inning, tied at 5 runs apiece. Back after this from KFCH Sports.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Whether you are thinking of buying or selling your home, give Homefront Realty a call. We are here to be your advisor, negotiator, and facilitator in the real estate game. Homefront Realty will save you time so you can spend your time cheering on the Hawks. Call Homefront Realty at 927-2111.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
This is Jamie Vasky from Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester. For residential or commercial plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, and top-quality Lennox furnaces and air conditioners, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street, Manchester, or call 927-2232.
We're back in, top of the 7th inning. 8-9-1, Dimmer, Wegman, and Wentworth. As there is a strike in the inside corner at the knees to Taya Dimmer. She's 0 for 2. A ground out to second and a line out to the pitcher in the 2nd and 5th innings, respectively. 1-1 the count here to Dimmer. Top of the 7th. We're tied up at 5. As this one above helmet high there for ball 1. We're even 1-1. 5 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Hawks. 5 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for Carlisle.
Yeah, it's been a game of errors here. Both teams usually a pretty sound defense, and that's been the difference. Both times teams have committed errors when they've been able to score. Outside of Schnatthurst, who's really put on a hitting clinic here today for Carlisle, all the runs have been scored off of errors for the most part.
As this is a ball just missing down and maybe a little out. 2-2. The count definitely down. 2 balls and 2 strikes, much to the dismay of the Carlisle faithful. 2-2 to Dimmer. On the way. And this one is lifted left side. Coming in is a left fielder. Lee will make the catch. The fly out for out number 1 brings up Leah Wegman.
Yeah, if you're Leah Wegman here, now's a good opportunity. You good speed out of her from the catcher's position. Anything you can do to get on here. Hawks need to try to manufacture a run, get into the bottom of the inning, 3 outs, and you go home with the victory here.
There's a strike taken by Wegman, who's 0 for 2. A ground out to third, back in the second. A strikeout looking for last time in the 5th. As this ball is lifted up and out of play behind us. 0-2 now the count. This game an hour and 32 minutes old. Don't forget, we'll have Western Dubuque Upstate Baseball later on tonight, a little before 7 o'clock. Bill Logan will have the Bobcats taking on Davenport Central. Chance to get back to state, second time in their own, 5th time in program history for Western Dubuque Baseball. Good luck to the Bobcats with Northland Baseball able to get there last night. They'll play as the number 1 seed. They'll take on the 8 seed West Branch on Monday morning at 11. We'll have that one for you here from KMC Sports. From Principal Park in Des Moines. Northland softball in the state tournament final tomorrow night, 8:15. This one is hit right center field. Center fielder Furl getting there before the warning track in right center field. She tracks it down and puts it away. The F8 for out number 2 brings up the top of the order, Eve Weatherworth.
Yeah, that was a ball there that Leah Wagner just missed. Caught her just a little bit on the outside portion of the bat. Tell you what, that ball's another inch or so on the inside part of the bat on her, and that ball may be out of the park here.
2 down, top of the 7th. 5-5 tie ball game from Carlisle. They have the meat of their order coming up, 4-5-6. Hoffman, Lee, and Church. And a ball outside there taken by Weatherworth. 1-0 the count to E. With 2 away here in this top of inning number 7. Hawks scored 1 of the first and 4 in that 6th inning.
And did a lot of that with 2 outs as well. So.
Yeah, there's a line drive, base hit into left field. Left fielder Lee coming on, but not before. A 2-out single to left off the bat of Eve Weatherworth. And can they do it with 2 outs again? Try to take the lead here in this top of the 7th inning. Ella Kolak, infield hitter last time up. She popped out in the 3rd. She struck out swinging back in the 1st.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I have a feeling that Coach Rave may try to start the runner up here somehow and get the Speedy Weatherworth to second base. Haven't seen a whole lot of that today, but I'm not real sure what the Carlisle catcher here, Kennedy Preston, has for an arm. But the one time the Hawks did try to steal, they were in pretty easily. But
she's 14 of 14 on the season as Weatherworth in the stolen base department. Ball 1 there. 1-0 the count to Kolak. And there's a strike at the knees right over the middle of the dish for strike 1. We're even now, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And it's one of those things, if you're Coach Rave, you don't want to, you got the go-ahead run there at first base. You don't want to, make a wrong call here either.
Yeah.
But pull the bat out of...
Run yourself out of the inning.
Yeah, pull the bat out of Kolak's hand.
1-1, there's a grounder left side. Stopped by the shortstop, throwing across. Good stretch by Hoffman. Good throw by DuBois. And the 6-3 ground out to the shortstop for out number 3. We go to the bottom of 7. Hawks need a hold. We're tied at 5. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all of your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Oakport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Insurance is a contract to protect what you value most, whether you're auto, home, business, health, and even your life. People's Insurance Agency, partnering with Heritage Mutual, has been protecting your assets for years. Please call your local insurance advisors located at 1212 West Marion Street. People's Insurance Agency delivers peace of mind.
Cy and Charlie sells the full line of top quality Whirlpool appliances, including Maytag and KitchenAid at competitive prices. Cy and Charlie's offer professional delivery, installation, and factory trained service. Best of luck from Cy and Charlie's, your appliance headquarters in Independence.
If you are in need of rental equipment such as skid loaders, high-reach forklifts, and man lifts, contact Jason at Moyle Rental Services or check out our website at moylerentalservices.com. Moyle Rental Services of Manchester wishes all area athletes and coaches the best of luck.
Bottom of the 7th inning. We're tied at 5. West Delaware, the 5 seed. Carlisle, the 1 seed. Hawks going for the upset here to knock off a team who's been to this state tournament 17 times. They've got 4 titles in their history. The last one coming in 2010. As there's the ball downstairs. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, if you're Macy Kleitz here, you got to find any way to get some strikes, and already down kind of 2-0 here. There's a good pitch.
Side right side, trying to get it is Dimmer, and she will. Yeah, she'll pull it in just beyond the first base dugout as Taya Dimmer with the put out, the pop out and foul ground off the bat of Hoffman for out number 1. That's a big hit. That's the number 4 batter who's 2 for 2 with a double in this game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge get, and especially when she's got the count already in her favor 2-0. We haven't seen a lot of early swings from the Carlisle hitters here today, so that's a big out for the Hawks.
They have shown very disciplined hitting approach up there, but we'll take that one. 1-0. There's a slicer down the line, foul, left field. As Alex Lee put a charge into that ball, but it's just a long strike. She's 3 for 3, been on base every time, has not scored. RBI hit her first time up, an infield hit in the 3rd, and a hit to center her last time in the 5th. 2 runs in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 6th for Carlisle. As there's a ball outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hawks have that 1 run in the 1st and 4 in the 6th inning.
Yeah, if you're Alex Lee here, you're just trying to find that pitch that you've been able to hit all day here.
And there's a little tapper right out in front of the circle. Macy White gets it, throws the first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good job of fielding your position, as we've said many times throughout the season here by Macy Kleitz. 1 more out for the Hawks, and we're going to extras here, Jenny.
Indeed. For another extra inning game, we've had a few of them already this week. Beckman had one earlier in the week. They lost that heartbreaker 3-2 in 8 innings. This one swung on and missed. Hannah Schurz. She got an infield hitter last time in the 5th. 2 strikeouts before that in the 1st and 3rd innings. 1-1 to count here. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Knotted up at 5 runs apiece. White, the 0-1 on the way. This one is popped up right side. That should get him out of it. Himes has a beat on it. We'll get it. And we go to extra innings. To the 8th. Here we come. 5 runs for each team. West Delaware softball, KMCH Sports.
Riker Shoes is your specialty shoe store. They carry women's shoes to size 13 and men's shoes to size 18. Riker Shoes is your sports shoes and equipment headquarters in Dyersville.
Experience the difference. Experience Bank Iowa. They believe banking is more about people and less about dollars and cents. Their decisions are made locally by the people you know, your friends and neighbors. Bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Back in, top of the 8th inning here at Fort Dodge. Class 4A semifinal, Hawks and Carlisle. Ball 1 there to Macy Kleitz. Good part of the order here to make something happen. Kleitz, Himes, and Wynn, 3-4-5. As Kleitz has a hit and scored twice. She reached on error last time up, skies this one up and out of play there, and counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike. She was the first one to score in that 4-run 6th inning for the Hawks. When they came back and took the lead 5-4, Carlisle answered back at the bottom of the 6th to tie it up with that 1 run. 1-1 here as she takes a ball downstairs for ball 2. 2-1 the count. The top of the 8th, 5, 6, and 3 for the Hawks. 5, 12, and 2 for Carlisle. And there's a ball that just misses. It's been getting that pitch the last couple of innings. That one just low enough. It looked like it had the plate. Must just have been a tad low that he saw that time. And we'll take it 3-1. And there's ball 4. Into there, Macy Kleitz. That's what it's about, getting runners at this point of the game and putting the pressure on the defense. We have seen what it can do in parts of this ball game when you just get on base.
Yeah, we can't, obviously, really good defense here from Carlisle. We've seen them make a couple of amazing plays already today, and when the Hawks were able to put pressure on them a couple innings ago, it was all the difference in the game, John. So hopefully we can do that here. Good job by Macy finding a way to get on, leadoff batter getting on here. We've mentioned this many times in the past, that usually good things happen to those teams. So
Heather Himes standing in. She has 2 hits in this game. Hit the lefter last time. She scored the 2nd run. Infield hit back in inning number 1. 1 on, nobody out. She's going to bunt left side. It gets down the third baseman for an ease. Throws, not in time as it goes off the glove of the first baseman. Getting the third is the runner, Alyssa Holtz, the courtesy runner. And the Hawks have runners on first and third. Nobody out. Here in this 8th inning, this time is going to be called by Preston, the catcher. She wants to settle things down. And what a play there by Himes bunting. Coach Flaws is going to come out here with the runners on first and third as Himes putting that bunt down and catching Fernazzo was there.
She cut everybody off guard.
I think it did. She was able to get there, though, and then throw from her knees was a low throw as Hoffman couldn't scoop it at first. And Holtz, the courtesy runner, was able to make it all the way over to third base.
Yeah, and here's again, Carlisle's kind of been trained. There's a little bit of gamesmanship here. It's a really smart move by them. We're going to try to slow the Hawks down here a little bit. Don't want to get the rally to get any farther out than it has, but this is what we've seen from the Hawks putting pressure on defense. It helped a ton the other day against Independence, and so far today when they've had runners on base and able to put the ball in play, good things have happened for the Hawks. So hopefully we can try to poke one of these in here. Let's go, Eva.
Holtz on third, Himes on first. Eva Wynn standing in, reached on air and scored last time. And there's a strike, a snap throw down as the runner goes. Himes first to second. Holtz diving back in as the tag came. Her hands were on the base. As she is safe, runners on second and third. Wynn takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Nobody down. Top of the 8th inning. We play regulation softball. No international tiebreaker. Only in the consolation games here at the state tournament. As there's a little bunt, that's going to be caught by the third baseman. As she was reading that one as squaring and bunting it up in the air halfway down the line. Eva Wynn pops out for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that was one of those. The ball was just a little bit up on Eva, and she tried to still get it down. And it's one of those you got to try to maybe pull your bat back if you can. But she was committed to the bunt, and again, good play there by Carlisle.
And Claire Dimmer, the hero in the 6th inning, skies just the right field. That's going to be enough for the tag. The right fielder, Sandhorst, she's going to throw it in, but coming in, sliding in, the Hawks have taken the lead. The Hawks are up 6-5 with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. It's getting over to third is Heather Himes.
A good job of batting there by Claire Demmer, able to put the ball almost in the exact same spot she put it on at last time she was up to bat, but instead that ball a little bit higher, able to field them, but almost back to the warning track, easily far enough for Holtz. Yeah, the speedy Holtz there to score from third base. So here we go, Hawks. We're still in business with another runner on third and a good Joanna Voss up to bat.
Claire Dimmer stepping up, the senior. 4 RBIs in this game. She had that big hit in the 6th inning. Fouls this one back on a pitch in there from Hoekstra as Joanna Voss popped out her last time, grounded out in the 5th, struck out in the 2nd. As she stands back in with an 0-1 count here. 2 down, top of the 8th. Another insurance run on at third. Hawks lead 6-5. The 0-1 is downstairs for a ball. We're even 1 ball, 1 strike. We've had a walk, an error, a pop out, and a sacrifice RBI fly out by Claire Dimmer in this inning. The 5th batter, Joanna Voss, standing in 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 down. Top of the 8th inning. And there's a ball downstairs again for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
John, when you were just a wee lad at Anamasa out here for your first state tournament, did you ever have such an exciting game as this?
It was pretty exciting, but not this exciting, as Carlisle beat Anamasa that year in the runner-up game. I was at all 3, I believe. Took the pep bus down, the old charter bus down. No, actually it was a school bus. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Here to Joanna Voss. Voss laid off of that one upstairs. Hoekstra comes back 3-1. There is a strike on the inside corner at the knees. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the 8th inning. The Hawks able to score 5 runs in the final 3 innings for them. They trailed this game 4-1. There's a swing and a miss. The strikeout there by Voss. Hawks get 1 run. They take the 6-5 lead. They try to hold on to the bottom of the 8th. We go. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Nutrient Ag Solutions in Winthrop, proud to support all area athletes, coaching staff, and fans. Nutrient Ag Solutions, the largest provider of crop inputs and services.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Stephen Motors in Monticello, the only GM service dealer in Monticello with GM trained technicians. Good luck to all area teams during tournament action from Stephen Motors in Monticello.
Back in. Bottom of the 8th inning. 6-5. Hawks have the lead. Class 4A state semifinal game. The Hawks try to hold on and advance on to the championship game in Class 4A Friday evening at 5:45. The loser goes to the 3rd place game at 4:45 late Friday afternoon. All 1 there. And the 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner at the knees. And we're even 1-1 to Molly Hoekstra. Hoekstra is 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice in this game. And ball 2, too low there. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, if you're Macy Kleitsch, no free passes here for sure. Make them put it in play and, live on your defense here. Good defense out behind you, Macy. Let's go.
And there is a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 the count. Here to Hoekstra, the leadoff batter in this bottom of the 8th. The Hawks down 4-1, coming back, scoring 5 in the last 3 half innings as they added 1 on no hits, 1 Carlisle error, and 1 runner left on in the top half of this inning. Ball 3 there, 3-2 on the way. This one is hit deep to center field. Wing going back, she holds it in. 1 away. A fly out to center field for 1 down. It looked for a second like it was going to get over her head, but she adjusted, backpedaled, reached her glove up, and made the snare.
Oh, Johnny boy, that ball was tattooed out there to center field. I thought for sure that was getting over her head. Good job. Just a couple of backpedals there by Eva Wynn. Great play. Let's go, Hawks.
2 outs away. And here is Fernazzo, had a double last time up and scored the 1 run to tie it up in the bottom of 6. She takes a strike there for strike 1. 0-1 the count. The Hawks trying to get back to the championship game for the 4th time in program history, the first since 2007, the best record ever in West Delaware softball history, 45-8, when they won the title that year in 07. 1-1 on the way. Upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here to Pranazzo.
Yeah, Macy Kleitsch here, just deep breath. Don't want to get any runners on here.
The 2-1 fouled back to the backstop, and it's even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away. Bottom of the 8th. Hawks trying to upset the number 1 ranked team and number 1 seed, Carlisle. Neither team in the state tournament a year ago. Both teams lost in first round of regional play last season. What a difference a year makes. The Hawks 2 outs away from getting to a Class 4A title contest. The 2-2. This one is line drive up the middle, bouncing ball into center field. A 1-out single off the bat of Pernazzo. And it'll bring up the 9 batter for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that ball hit right up the middle. Macy Kleitz stuck her glove up, and I thought maybe she was going to be able to knock it down, but it was right back up there in a hurry. So, guess we got a pinch hitter here, Johnny.
We do. A left-handed batter, number 26, will come on, and that is Aubrey Fernall, as Fernall is the center fielder, as she will just hit for her spot, the 9 spot that was occupied by Los, the designated player. So hitting here is Fernall in this situation. We check the numbers on her. Aubrey Fernall, the sophomore, 18 hits and 68 at-bats, 17 runs scored, 7 runs driven in. She's a 265 hitter.
Yeah, and you assume
offensive time is called here. Or did the Hawks call it?
Offensive time, and then the Hawks went out. They had a quick meeting between Kolak and Wegman there, but then Wegman brought everybody in. I'm just going to talk about the situation. You're almost for sure that she's going to bunt here and try to get that runner in the scoring position.
There is a ball downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count. With 1 out and 1 on. Bottom of the 8th. Hawks lead 6-5. The 1-0. Shown bunt. Taken back. That's a strike in the inside corner, thigh high. And we're even 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, if you're Macy Kleitz here, obviously you got to get something in the zone. And the Hawk defenders got to try to field this bunt. Oh, she's going to try to slap.
And she did. And comes up empty for strike 2. 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, the 9 batter. The top of the order, and Kennedy Preston awaits as the time is called. As Fernall calls time, and now Coach Flaws is coming on, and he's going to take it. And he wants to have a runner here. Pernazzo coming out. Last time we had, now she's out of the game. That's the second time she's gone out. And so the runner is going to be 77, Isabel Nora, who has been the courtesy runner for Preston. So Nora, obviously one of their fastest girls on the bench, is on first base now with a 1-2 count, 1 down here to Fernall, the pinch hitter, the center fielder in the 9th spot. The 1-2, there is a ball just missing outside for ball 2. And we're even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Kind of interesting move here by Coach Claus to get the, a little bit faster runner in here. And obviously he knows how important this run is. But his third baseman is one of the better fielders that we've seen. So
foul ball just getting a piece, fouling off the glove of Leah Wegman. And the count stays at 2-2. We've had a fly out and a hit to center. 1 out and 1 on. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Hawks trying to hang on for the 1-run lead and get to the championship game Friday night. Here's a little tapper back to Kleitz. She plays it off the hop, throws it the first 2 down. The Hawks are 1 out away. And brings up the top of the order in Kennedy Preston.
The one thing that does do there for all, by able to put that in play, it was basically like button her over and do scoring position here. So, if you're the Hawks, you got to be cognizant if Preston here puts this ball in play. We got to try to cut this run down at home to get this game over with. So, but more than anything, we also want to keep her. Let's say she puts one into the outfield. We need to try to keep her at first, too.
She'd be the winning run.
Absolutely.
As the tying run on second base, 2 outs. Showing bunt, pulled back, a strike on the outside corner. There, waist high to Preston. Carlisle faithful don't think so, but their opinion doesn't matter. Strike 1, 0-1 the count, 2 down. 6-5 Hawks with a 1-run lead. Preston back in and ready. Kleitz, the 1-0 pitch. It is hit deep left field.
Dude, that's
going
gone.
back, and that ball is gone, and Carlisle has won this game. Wow. Kennedy Preston got the pitch outer half, waist high, and drilled it over the left center fence for Preston. home run number 5 of the season as she stunned the West Delaware faithful. And Carlisle has won this game. What a way.
No.
The semifinal game.
My Johnny, and what a way if you're Carlisle to win that game. Yeah. Holy smokes, that ball was absolutely no doubter off the bat. And we kind of talked about,
I was hoping the wind would die it down because there's no chance.
Oh, no, that ball was hit hard. And we kind of talked about it in the break there that we got 7, 8, 9 coming up. We got to try to limit them from getting back to the top of the lineup, and that's obviously why right there.
And the Hawks.
Heartbreaking loss.
Indeed. 7-6, the final. And the Hawks go down to the number 1 team, Carlisle. We'll take a timeout. The post-game starts next. We'll gather up the numbers. Carlisle comes back and wins it in the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-6. We're back after this from KMC.
J&D Catering and Suites in New Vienna provides exceptional handcrafted food, whether a cocktail buffet, formal dinner, or a themed event. Let Diane and her staff create a customized menu sure to wow your guests. They offer an extensive specialty cupcake and cake menu. Call or check them out on Facebook. Let J&D Catering and Suites set your next special event above the rest.
Call Bi-County Disposal Incorporated for all your residential and commercial construction disposal needs. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaching staffs from Bi-County Disposal Incorporated in Dyersville, serving Dubuque and Delaware counties.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager of Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at ForBrowns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
The staff at Bonenkamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Manchester and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Homes in Earlville are proud to support all area athletes and coaches. Go teams!
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Delhi Insurance Agency is dedicated to Delhi and the surrounding area, and they thank you for choosing them for your insurance needs. See your insurance experts, Christy, Larry, or Sue at the Delhi Insurance Agency.
You expect big hits on the field, but not on the road. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
Pete Small Engine Repair are proud to support all the area athletes and coaching staff. For all your small engine purchases, repairs, and rebuilds, call the Small Engine Experts, Pete Small Engine Repair. Good luck. Go teams.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply are your dairy experts in Monticello. Best of luck to all area athletes, teams, coaching staff, and fans from Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
Put a little south in your mouth at your next event or party with Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack. You can't go wrong with any of their melt-in-your-mouth options. Their 2019 calendar is filling up fast, so book them today. 319-361-8624. Set your event above the rest with Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack. Mobile vending and catering.
Back in at Fort Dodge, our postgame starts in this heartbreaking loss for the West Delaware Hawks. They're 1 out away from a trip back to the state tournament final game. Would have been their 4th in program history, their first since 07, but denied at the hands of the 1 seed and 1-ranked team, Carlisle. The Wildcats scoring 2 runs on a 2-run blast off the bat of Kennedy Preston in the bottom of the 8th inning for the stinging 7-6 8-inning win for Carlisle. As they advance on to the championship game at 5:45 Friday evening, the Hawks will fight for 3rd place on Friday afternoon at 4:45 as they will take on the loser of that North Scott and Charles City game coming up here tonight from Iowa Central Field on the grounds of Rogers Park. And, Carlisle, you tipped their cap. The Hawks fought back. They fought back. Hawks fought back again, and then Carlisle ended it and put a exclamation point on this game with the 2-run homer with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. You couldn't script it any better on the way to win, and you couldn't script it any worse on the way to lose.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the other night after that 16-inning marathon down in DeWitt for the boys baseball team, Bill and I were talking on the way home about how hate to see a game end that way, you know, on an air. But I tell you what, losing on a home run doesn't feel much better either, John.
In the bottom of the 8th inning. What an effort, though, by the Hawks coming back. For a long time in this game, the Wildcats had a stranglehold on it as they were up 4-1 until the Hawks scored 4 runs in that 6th inning. Then they added one to go up 6-5 in the 8th after Carlisle had come back and scored 1 to tie it up in the 6th to send it into extra innings. But it wasn't meant to be as Carlisle gets the win as we take a look at the totals in this game. Carlisle with 7 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors, 7 runners left on base. They struck out 5 times against Macy Kleitch, 3 swinging and 2 looking. 1 walked batter for Kleitch as she falls to 14-6 now on the season as the Hawks with 6 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. They stranded 4 on base. They struck out 6 times against Hoekstra, the talented junior pitcher for Carlisle. 4 swinging, 2 looking, and they walked just 1 time against her as well. All in a contest that lasted 1 hour and 56 minutes, 7-6 the win for the Wildcats of Carlisle in 8 innings of play here this afternoon. So the Hawks, it's really hurts right now, but you will try to shake it off in a day. You try to enjoy the experience tomorrow. You can go to the water park as they had planned. I'm sure they'll still go there. They'll come back Friday and compete for 3rd place. Nothing to hang the heads at all. Of course, you're so close to the championship, so it's going to sting for a little bit to get that out of the system and say woulda, shoulda, coulda. But you got to forget about it and move on as hard as it is to think about right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they think Hawks have another game to play yet here, so like you said, it's kind of nice to have a day off in between and then, you know, wallow in the sorrows, if you will, tonight, and then tomorrow get the opportunity to forget about it and move on and prepare for, you know, whoever they end up playing here.
The North Scott or Charles City at 4:45 on Friday afternoon. What a game it was. You couldn't ask for anything better except for, of course, that not happening in the bottom of the 8th, of course. But what a battle it was, back and forth, intensity, excitement in this one as the Hawks fall 7-6 in 8 innings in a game just shy of the 2-hour mark here this afternoon. Congratulations to the Northland Lynx. They get the 8-1 victory over their opponent here today as they take down Mount Ayr, as the Lynx will move on to the title game tomorrow night at 8:15. We'll have it for you right here from KMCH Sports. Brian Wheatley will join me as around 8 o'clock we'll take the Air Class 2A Championship. Northland, their first time ever at state and their first championship contest.
You know, John, as I kind of look back into this game, you know, you said nothing to hang your heads about if you're a Hawk fan. Like, it hurts, but it kind of just shows you how good this Hawk team is here. That's the number 1 team in the state, and they're number 1. They showed it, obviously, today, too, and we played right with them. We were an out away from winning that game, and so just an awesome effort by the Hawks, awesome effort down here so far, and let's come on with that 3rd place trophy on Friday now.
Indeed. Have a chance to do that at 4:45. We'll have it all for you right here from KMCH Sports on Friday late afternoon as Hawks will again take on the loser of this next game, either North Scott or Charles City. Stay tuned for more high school sports coverage tonight as the Western Dubuque Bobcats will compete in a sub-state final at home in Farley Park as they'll take on Davenport Central tonight. The Bobcats trying to get back to the state tournament for the 2nd time in a row and for the 5th time in program history. Bill Logan will be there tonight to have all the thrilling action for you from Farley Park as the Bobcats hook up with Davenport Central. Tomorrow night, 8:15, it'll be Northland right here from KMCH Sports as they take on the winner of that Class 2A semifinal. East Marshall and Alta Arroyo going at it right now on the Kruger Seeds field, and then we'll have West Delaware softball for you at 4:45. That'll round out this week's coverage here from state softball and sub-state baseball. Next week, right now, we know that Northland baseball will play at 11 a.m. on Monday morning from Principal Park in Des Moines as the 1-seed Lynx won last night 8-0 over Pella Christian. They will take on the 8th seed, West Branch, as that'll be at 11 a.m. from Principal Park on Monday morning. We'll have it for you right here from KMCH Sports. Once again, the final in this one, 1 hour and 56 minutes. It took 8 innings to decide it. Carlisle comes back in the bottom of the 8th, a 2-run homer to win 7-6 over the Hawks, denying their bid at a state championship. For Matt Weiss and studio producer Rob Edwards, John Swisher saying have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Wednesday night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night here from the state tournament. But Bill Logan will greet you from Farley in about an hour and 10 minutes. So long, everybody, from Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Beam Bender Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes since 1972. Beam Bender Manufacturing in Coggin is proud to support all area athletes and the coaching staff.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've